Pakistan win an absolute thriller in Dubai, chasing 181 with one ball to spare. Is that the series? Is that the summer? Has the game gone? Has the game gone? Welcome back to the show. This is brought to you by ACO, India's Tech First Insurance Company. Arshdeep, Singh might need some insurance for his behaviour. Not his performance, his behaviour on the field. Dropping a fairly important catch at the end there, I would have thought. My name is Ian Higgins. Sam Perry is the other guy. Hey, thriller. A thriller in Dubai. And also, finally, a team winning batting second.
Finally, yeah, I've been waiting for it, been hanging out.
Yeah.
Game two between Pakistan and India. I mean, some are describing this as just a Pakistan-India series dressed up as the Asia Cup. Not me. I've got Afghanistan favourites, so both of these teams playing off for the right to meet Afghanistan in the final.
I think Hong Kong can do something.
Okay. And that's the beauty of sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a range of opinions.
That's right. Some of them wrong, some of them factually incorrect, others ill-informed.
But it's just another Sunday night thriller between Pakistan and India. India got him in the first game. Pakistan get him in the second. Maybe they'll play each other again. Once again, I say no. So this was the Super 4 match or some shit. First thing, Higgins, very simple things today. I thought India set a decent total in the circumstances. 181 batting first in the United Arab Emirates is a pretty decent total. You walk away from that going, yep, not bad. Now, 8 runs were gifted in the final 2 balls, just to bump that up a little bit with a bit of Pakistan stuff. I'm just describing that as Pakistan stuff. And we fucking love them for it, by the way. But India started well. Couple of thick boys with some thick power play runs, starting to look at a little bit like what India is all about. Rohit, KL Rahul, the sternly faced KL Rahul, the stony-faced, the austere-faced KL Rahul with a few runs there. And we also saw a bit of the coach that we've come to know and love.
Well, they started in a hell of a clip at the beginning. Pez, here's some winter equinox statistics for you. Stat dog, woof, woof, coming up. That's the second fastest 50 for India in a T20 international, batting first.
Yeah, that's the stuff. That's right.
Woo!
Inhale that. Yeah.
Fastest against Pakistan is a cleaner statistic, though that means even less than the first one, I feel like.
Right.
But it's something. But the point remains, they've got a good clip. Now, KL Rahul, 28 of 20. Rohit, 28 of 16. But the thing I took away from this the most is that KL Rahul, I really like when he gets out and how he sits the helmet on the head. He places it. We see this with a lot of professional cricketers these days, but he does get a lot of face time when he's walking off the field, looking, like he can't be consoled. He looks disconsolate, and
without consolation,
no consolation can be given. He places the lid so the gorilla's pointing to the skies, to the heavens. A lot of face time, but it looks neat on KL Rahul, and that's my review of his performance in this game.
Nice. Maybe he has a custom-made helmet. Or something like that.
Okay.
And he needs the helmet to be shaped just so he can kind of acknowledge the gods or God, or he might be a godless man. I don't know his position on that, on the Sky Daddy stuff. And it is usually a dad.
Yeah, usually.
Let us know if not.
Yep.
But yes, there's a bit of chat around about his face generally. I think the beard's nice, and
but you were telling me about Kohli, who did well.
We saw some of the coach we come to know and love. 59, 60 of 44 rocks. And this is where I get greedy. He goes because coaches scored contributory runs.
He contributed
in the last couple of games now.
Yep.
And now I want old contributory runs. I don't want steady contributory runs from Kohli.
Yeah.
And I'll start to ask questions of it. Yeah, but where's the old fire of Kohli? Give me some of the sort of the match-winning Kohli.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's just me being greedy.
Sure.
Some say greedy's good.
Yep.
But he 60 off 44 in this, that was a really good knock. India went a hell of a clip first 10 overs, and then they got tied up deluxe by Pakistan spinners.
88 off the last 10.
88 off the last 10.
Yeah, 7 of which were given off the last 2 balls.
That's right. And we both watched ball by ball, we're sort of texting each other. Weren't we? Only 88 off the last 10 then. We did not read a report about this.
Yeah.
And I thought Kohli managed things well throughout that situation. And I reckon if you face 44 rocks, you end with 60 and you've semi-anchored, you should expect a bit more boshing around you.
Yeah.
But actually, if you multiply Kohli's balls by 3, it's a couple more than the actual thing. Like, they've only ended up with 180.
Yeah.
And he's made 60 of those. I think there should be some more runs around that. Rishabh Pant was brought in to replace the right-handed Dinesh Karthik, presumably to add a bit of balance as a left-hander. Got out playing right-handed. May as well have just played Karthik.
That's how it
May as well
works.
have just played Karthik.
That's how it
but
works.
and this is the issue with left-right discussion.
Yeah.
You know, any player should be able to play with both hands. Any player worth their penis should be able to play both hands. Credit to Pakistan spinners, Shadab Khan, Nawaz, 2 for 31 and 1 for 25 respectively.
Yep.
Mohammad Nawaz, player of the match, we'll get to him.
Yep.
Goes for 25 with the ball.
Yep.
And then 42 off 20
Couple of
rocks.
runs.
We'll come to him.
Mate, what about Yadav comes in, he gets 13 off 10, I want to say. And he's obviously been doing the business for them recently, but like he hit his first ball for 4 again. I think that was off Nawaz as well. But I read a stat. I'm just stat guy. I'm just stat guy now.
Yeah.
He's
Look
hit
down there. Keep
he's
looking down
hit
at the ball.
he's hit of 22 international innings. He's hit 7. The first ball for 4 7 times.
Right.
That seems
Loves
like
it.
it's really good.
Yeah.
And those wrists, goodness man, now you know
Hates
for those wrists.
hates a boundary.
Hates
to
a
get off
boundary
strike.
first ball.
But even so, they were only 100. They were 173 or some shit like that. India with 2 balls to go, and then Fakhar Zaman brought him back into the game with some Pakistan stuff.
Yeah.
And was it Harris Ralph bowling? Yeah, just an unbelievable final over to contribute to his country. No, you're going for 10 there, brother. Sorry. And just the nature of the misfields as well. Here's what I want to say. We're going to come to Arshdeep Singh. I still think Pakistan had India covered for bad fielding. Right?
Oh yeah.
Still had him covered.
Well, what about so Fakhar Zaman's had one of the all-time games here. So when Rohit was out, who caught Rohit? But Fakhar Zaman tried to get in the way. And he's just missed the ball entirely, and it ends up in the arms of. I actually got the scorecard in front of us. I can just tell you. Rohit was caught by Kushtil Shah. But like
the words are out of my
ball was skied in the air, goes to like sort of mid off to cover, and then and Fakhar Zaman goes, "Oh well, this is my catch." Nowhere near it. Doesn't even get a hand on it in the end. And that wasn't the worst thing he did in the game. He also got 15 off 18, so he's had an absolute in a winning side. I like to do match ratings, and then people get upset about the match ratings. Oh, you only give him 6 out of 10. That for me was a -3.
So the second thing he goes was a decent chase. First one was...
It was a decent
it was
chase.
a decent total. And
Yeah.
the second thing is decent chase.
Yeah, nice.
Rizwan anchored for Pakistan. A slowish start. Baba dismissed again. Fakhar Zaman, they were both constrained. Lost them both cheaply. When Mohammad Nawaz was promoted up to number 4, Pakistan, sorry, mix those two up. I was always mix them up. Needed 119 off 68.
Right.
And you and I were texting each other that as well.
Yeah.
And Nawaz just took everyone down. This was a game where there were a few other innings where anyone was consistently boshing, but Nawaz came in after only conceding 25 or 4 overs. Ends up with 42 off 20. He took down Chahal, Pandya. Good spell from Bishnoi. Went for 26 from his 4 respective overs. But Chahal and Pandya going at 11s, and Pakistan get it home.
Rizwan started that. He's anchored the innings. He got 71 or 51, but he could have been run out in the first over. First or second over. Pandya missed the stumps. Like tough chance. But these are the things in these
Close though.
in these T20s. It's almost like does the better team always win, or is it just like these minuscule moments? It's very different to other forms of cricket. Like so, for instance, like
Fewer
obviously,
balls.
obviously Australia were the better team against Zimbabwe, but they somehow lost that game.
Yeah, we'll come to that.
But in these tiny minuscule moments, Rizwan goes on 71 or 51, direct hit chance when he was on less than 5, I think. Could have completely turned the game, but Mr. Stumps, game over.
Yep, that's right.
19 overs later.
So when Nawaz departs, Pakistan need 46 off 27. So that's advantage Pakistan. At that point,
Pakistan. It's tennis now.
They get it done. And just to note, Arshdeep drops a sitter.
First ball off Asif Ali, he gets 6 off 8.
And
in terms of sitters, that's one of the worst I've seen this year.
Now, I want to pick up a nuance of it, of the drop catch.
Okay.
Right? So firstly, I want to say, the ball's spinning from that point, but that I'm not defending him. I'm noticing, in particular in the Asia Cup, a lot of, and I like it, a lot of really casual, nonchalant acceptances of the ball. Right. Usually down at longs on and off.
Yes, that's right.
Longs on and off. But it really can be anywhere.
Yep.
And I like it because our whole show is about the unwritten conventions and rules of cricket, the things they don't tell you in Sir Donald Bradman, The Art of Cricket. There's lots of ways you can elevate yourself and kind of hurt yourself in cricket by the way you carry yourself. Now, I put the nonchalant catch firmly in that basket.
Yeah.
Now, I just wonder if Arshdeep felt paradoxically pressure to take that catch nonchalantly because he really did. It was really like, but we've all felt that before. Like you communicate a lot when you take a catch nonchalantly. You're basically saying this insults me.
I'm actually insulted.
Can we get this episode done with? I want to get on to the next thing. This is fucking terrible for international cricket.
Yep.
So is it a particular thing in Asian cricket at the moment? Is it a trend in Asian cricket?
But we did learn during the 2 years ago, the IPL, there's a tough catching ground in Dubai. We did learn that.
But then coaches, these newfound coaches, and this might be a WinViz thing, a CricViz thing or something, they must be saying, you can really impact WinViz by taking the ball nonchalantly. Yeah. And Arshdeep sort of, but that particular situation, you want the nonchalant catch against, Baba Hyatt, from Hong Kong.
Yes,
That was his name?
Yes, yes.
Mixing that with a Hyatt Hotel. Or Scotty McIntyre, or McIntosh, whatever his name is. That's when you take it nonchalantly.
Yeah.
18th over, India-Pakistan Sunday night special, just to get yourself back into the game.
Yeah.
I want you to be a little bit more like, I want you to take that like it's your own child. Like if it was your own child falling off a roof, right? And God forbid that happened to anybody.
Okay.
You're not taking that nonchalantly to send a message to everyone around you, are you?
At the same time, Michael Jackson in that hotel room in Paris, that was a little nonchalant.
But
he held on to it. He held on to it.
Nonchalant.
Held on to
That was a little. He was embarrassed. That's how they say it. Nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
So, and I feel like this is like T20 cricket now is all about staying cool. The players know that.
And tattoos.
They try and, that's right. Tattoos and staying. It's all about staying level at all costs and times. But I think a little bit of just a little bit of what's the word?
Do you want grunt? Do you want a grit? Gravel. Granola.
I wanted
gravitas.
I wanted more tension. You're not meant to be tense, but I needed more tension as he accepted that ball into his hand.
Okay.
So he was staying too cool, and then he was offset by Rohit Sharma's reaction. So actually,
that was a big bear. That was a big bear running at you. When he was bouncing. He was pounding and bouncing. He was pounding the turf and bouncing, and then. That's an angry conversation.
Yeah.
Over text, I hope.
Yeah.
He's already been in confrontation, right?
And I just want to say finally, a lot of arms around Arshdeep Singh afterwards. Good to see. Pakistan still fucked up their fielding more than India. That's not why India lost the game. I thought Pakistan was ahead in most facets than India, and there was just a few Pakistan things that brought India back into it.
Well, they won the toss, so that did sort of decide things.
That also helped.
Yeah.
I just want to say also, though, like, both teams can take a positive spin to that final, that they may make.
And the worst thing is that the final series for the Asia Cup is actually first to 21.
Yeah, right.
So that's going to be absolutely a nightmare. Try and pack that in before the World Cup.
India's barely got out of second gear in this game as far as I can see, and they've nearly snatched it off Pakistan. Pakistan's middle order didn't really fire. Like they couple of guys, like Rizwan and Noah's made some runs. Around it wasn't much, and they got over the line. Bad fielding and stuff as well. So I think they've still got shots to fire, both these teams. They're still,
Wow. Wow, okay.
Figuratively speaking.
Wow, okay, interesting.
So the third thing he goes is... Or is there anything else you want to say about the decent chase? Okay.
Not really.
Yeah, okay. Assessing India.
Okay.
Now, why do I feel like... I know you can't tell me why I feel the way I do, but why do I feel like India is in this format regularly less than the sum of their parts? Because there's a lot of good parts.
Yep.
There's a lot of good parts, but don't you feel like consistently they're never managing to manifest or alchemize the totality of what is there? Like
I do feel that.
Of the potential. Like is it actually just a mistake of the mind? Like the glitz and the glamour of the IPL at home leaves people like you and me thinking, "Fuck, they've got a good side." But actually, they're just there and thereabouts like every other international side. There are guys in the team that are a little bit international twos for me. Like, okay, Bishnoi played well today. Respected Bishnoi. Cute little face. Arshdeep as well.
Yeah.
But it's not like Globetrotter India stuff for you, is it? You know what I mean?
This is a problem. They consistently underperform in ICC tournaments. And like even in the World Cup in 2019, losing to New Zealand after that rain delay, etc., etc. But like, it's not just that tournament. It's almost every tournament where you just think like, you see these guys perform individually, but together. Like, when's the time when they just hit fucking 270 in a T20
Are we
game?
saying India are Galacticos? Early Real Madrid Galacticos?
They never win shit. Yeah. I mean, they've won this tournament 7 times, to be fair, and they may win it again this time. But I understand what you mean.
Apart from those 7.
Apart from those 7 occasions where they win this exact tournament that we're covering. Yeah.
But I want India to lean. I think I want them to lean into Galacticos, like for various reasons. Like I just in that side I need, and guys are injured and out, but like I need Axar, I need Ashwin, I need Jadeja. Like I need Bumrah. I know they're out, right? Please. There's big boys in the wings.
Yeah.
But then again, I think about the big boys in the top order as well. And is it getting stale, that kind of shit? Like, do we need Shreyas Iyer? Do we need to see a Gaikwad? Do we need to see,
There's options.
Venkatesh Iyer had his chance and he didn't really take it. So is he discarded forever? I don't know. But there's a certain dynamism that the Indian team lacks, given how many fucking big boys and how much potential they have. I want to look at India and I want to kiss teeth. I think that's what the country deserves, you know. And but yeah, like I said, they didn't play that well and nearly stole it anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Righto, hashtag AskTGC. Thanks to Akko. Farooq Khan writes in, boys, African century thoughts.
We'll be recording the main podcast later today. That'll come out on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube, all the regular places. We'll be talking that more in greater detail. You can't just start. I mean, actually, to be fair, South Africa are leading the World Test Championship. So yeah, African century, sure, yep, sure. That's what you need. If that's just your way of conveying that we should be bitterly upset about a series that no one's watching.
You know, it was. I saw it cast over the weekend as possibly the most invisible cricket series in Australian history.
Possibly. Yeah.
In Australia, the footy finals are on across both codes. Australians don't watch cricket like outside of the months of basically November to February, unless we're playing
February's
in
generous.
England.
Yeah.
Unless we're playing England overseas.
Yeah.
But you know, when people will hear this and they'll go, "Oh, you guys are just kind of diminishing the importance of it conveniently," and maybe away from the cameras where we're crying or bitterly disappointed.
Yeah.
Just a bigger comment on one day cricket, I think. Just a big bit of a comment. And by the way, you know, if you're thinking that we're not happy, well, look at have a go at the podcast later today. Maybe someone on the show that kind of indicates that we're pretty keen to celebrate with Zimbabweans. We'll see.
Well, it's the African century.